Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Regular.
Flacco from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
With it is Brown. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Express. We got motion. Back up. Hey, Raider 2. 47 is the mic. 47.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Charlie. Express. 47. Check my 47. Go. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, Washington. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded inside the 5. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flacco. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Monday, down. 185. I'm coming.
This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Flacco. He finds Whittick, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Behind that, Wayne. 20.
53. Mike, 53. Better break. You better break.
Roger, 5-0.
You better break. Check out.
Now Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Denver. That's the end.
We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. We talked about Philip Lindsey so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsey. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's a give to Freeman running right. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Roger, 5-0.
On 3rd down. It's Freeman, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Down. Blue 80. Mike 47. I got you. I got you.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Broncos take over 3 and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
To throw again on second down. Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flacco. Got him in. He finds Sanders. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Flacco. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. You that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. First and 10 here for Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. a dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. He's going to air one out, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
694. Watch the twist. Tight dog.
Throwing again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
It's our time. Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34. Mike 34.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver.
Go team, spell. Shoot.
Carr now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
What now? 180.
He's coming. Check in. I'm trying to collect.
On second down, it's Washington. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Blue 80.
47 is the mic. Coming.
Hey, 734.
Kill. Turn up.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Monday, down. 185.
Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Switch.
Easy. Kill. Express.
Check light 4.
Hey, high 7.
Get ready.
To throw, it's Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To pass, Flacco. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Flacco will get this into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down, 180. Mike 47. Hey, 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 hey.
Carr gives it off to Washington. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Down, 280.
Mike's 47. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the Raider first down.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Express.
Defense.
Washington gets it going right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Down, 280.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Monday, down, 185.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And that is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Flacco. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. Blue there.
Who's right, Chief?
Sponge. No.
637. Express.
He's mine.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34.
I'm coming up from the
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go deep, tight end. Let's go deep.
Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Denver, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.